Maniacs, welcome back to the channel. Your local bedhead here. So I figured we would go ahead and start getting back into somewhat of reactions, and I thought Nuke's top 5 would be a good one to start off with. Kind of put my headset on, listen, try to debunk some, have fun with it, of course, because Nuke's top 5 is mainly just randomized videos that were sent across the internet that are supposed to be creepy. More than likely, most of them are probably just people trying to make entertaining content and or faking stuff, which is something that happened actually happens a lot today. But it also happened a lot back then too, so those videos will still be kind of running around. Let's go ahead and dive into this, guys. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you want some more content like this. Get this video over maybe like 200 likes. Seems like a fair amount of likes, and I'll continue to actually do more Nuke's Top 5 for you guys. So let's go ahead and dive into it, get back into the paranormal reactions, have a little bit of fun, and hope you guys enjoy.
A woman named Ray says that her family has experienced many strange things since they moved into their new home. Ray says that the house's basement is especially creepy. She says that even on warm days, the temperature down there is always freezing. And she says that she feels like something is watching her when she's down there. Even weirder, the family often hears strange, unexplained sounds coming from the basement. But things in their house get even weirder.
I will say, one of the best things they could have done to help prove that this actually happened, and this actually is something that happened to me. I actually talk about this paranormal experience on the podcast, so if you have not, go check out the podcast when the video drops, because we actually do talk about this situation. But one of the things they could have done, if they really wanted to test that out, was to knock on the top and have someone downstairs with their phone or camera and record it downstairs too. Now, could you argue that they could have, like, just filmed them at different time periods and then put them together? You could have made that argument, but at the same time, it would have at least been something, because anybody could take something and just bang on the floor. But actually, this is something that happened to me one time, and it scared the hell out of me. There was nobody in the basement. Everybody was in bed. It was like, I think it was like around 4 in the morning when this happened. So I was actually walking around upstairs, and someone was taking like a broom or something and hitting under my feet. I could feel the vibrations. I could feel where it was connecting. It was bizarre. So that actually is kind of funny that this is how we start this off. It's actually something I can relate to.
After Ray buys her son Andrew a creepy large Elmo balloon. You see, the balloon seems to move around the house with a mind of its own.
This is debunked already. So if this is the same people, then 100% this is debunked. Did I watch this video? Because I feel like this might have been one I've actually already seen. Let me go back and check really quick. Top 10 scary videos for full screen terror. This might have been one I've already watched. If it is, I feel like an idiot. It is one I reacted to. Son of a bitch. Well, we're going to skip this one then. We're off to an amazing, amazing start here. All right, anyways, top 10 scary videos to freak you out. Watch this be one I reacted to also. It's been so long.
This next clip allegedly comes from CCTV cameras in an unknown city in the Philippines. A woman in a red hoodie is seen walking along a city street, but the CCTV camera image becomes very strange.
It's happening to the person in the back too. Yeah, you can see it actually happens to the lady in the back too. It's something to do with the camera. 100%. Yeah, this is silly. Like it was happening to someone else in the background, but they completely ignore it. Don't get me wrong, it's a weird effect, but it's definitely something with the camera, the glitch. It's a glitch.
As you can see in the clip, the video seems to glitch in a very bizarre way, making it look as if the woman's head disappears multiple times. But oddly, the rest of the video is perfectly clear. Now, in the Philippines, there's a strange superstition that says that if someone appears...
Well, the thing about this is that she's the only thing moving. So that's probably why it's actually only her being affected. Everything else is still. She's the only one moving.
...appears in a photograph without a head, it means...
Give me 1 second. The dog is barking like crazy.
that that person will soon pass away. Creepily enough, means strange
I gotta go back a little bit because I got distracted by the dog. My apologies, everybody. What did he just say about somebody passing away?
That says that if someone appears in a photograph without a head, it means that that person will soon pass away.
Yeah, but that's not a photograph. That's a that's a camera, not a photograph. So I think that debunks that theory. But also, everything kind of means death is on your doorstep. If something is like glitched out or messed up in a photo, it just means like you have the grim.
Creepily enough, a few minutes later, and this happens.
Ayun, no? Bilis. Ayun, nawala ng pera.
The unfortunate woman is accidentally struck by a runaway taxi van, and it is said that she did actually pass away as the result of her injuries, just like the old film.
That is a hell of a statement to make. You can't. They say she passed away. I almost want to know if she did pass away. That's terrifying. I will say that. That actually makes it a little bit more interesting for sure, but I can't
actually pass away. The unfortunate woman is accidentally struck by a runaway taxi van, and it is said that she did actually pass away. The unfortunate woman is accidentally.
Ayun, no? Bilis. Ayun, nawala ng pera.
The unfortunate woman is.
I'm assuming this guy right here is the guy who was over here with the hat.
Accidentally struck by a runaway taxi van.
I almost need to see the full footage of this, because for all I know, it could have been cut and someone could have seen her walking away, for all we know.
And it is said that she did actually pass away as the result of her injuries, just like the old Filipino superstition says. Now, this clip immediately went viral on Philippines websites and social media, but no one knows the original source of the video.
And that already kind of tells me I should not take it to heart too much. You can go by that if you want, like she have supposedly passed away. But for all we know, she could have actually just been tapped by this thing or hit by this thing slightly and been okay. Yeah, there's just too much, no answers that I can't go off of it too much. There has to be more answers for me to want to take it more seriously. But that is scary that she could have been hit, because it does look like the thing actually did run into her. So I am curious to see how this ended. If anybody has any more information on this clip alone, let me know. Leave it in the comment section. Comment.
Which leaves us to wonder, is this real proof of the paranormal? Or is it just an old malfunctioning CCTV system?
I would say it's an old malfunctioning CCTV system, because it was happening to more people in the background. Even that scene where everybody was kind of running around because they saw the truck, the vehicle, the bus coming at her, they were glitching out too. So it was definitely the cameras that were doing it. I would not say it was just with her.
Or is it all just...
Because again, all this stuff is right in front of Nukes, but he's not acknowledging it. You get what I'm saying? Like, he's not acknowledging that the glitch is happening with other people. It's just he's only pointing at her out. Maybe because her head's disappearing, but he's not acknowledging anybody else. That's kind of a red flag to me, that there's kind of stuff being left out of this.
A very elaborate hoax. As always, you decide. Nightlight. A woman named Brandis says that late one night while she and her husband were sleeping, their home security camera caught this strange event at 2:45 in the morning.
Okay. Ah! Ew.
The family dog perks up as a bright light flashes and what looks like a pale little face seems to peek out of the door. Then a shadowy figure about the size of a child seems...
Well, it looked like it had some illumination coming off of it, not like a face, but like an actual cell phone is what it looked like popped out.
To be standing in the hallway before disappearing, just as the little pale face peeks out of the door again. Brandis and her husband Sky have never posted or even...
There could be a lot of explanations for this one. It's interesting footage, but the camera is so grainy and the darkness over there is so dark that if someone were to have walked out of that bathroom and let's say it was just dark in that corner in general, it would have been hard to kind of see them walking away. It looks like there's a hallway right here, so there's probably more rooms down in here. I'm assuming whoever it was came out of the room, walked down the hallway, and probably went back to bed. And it looks odd because of the lighting. The second the door opens and that light starts shining through, probably have a really bright light, it just brights up the whole area. So it's going to be hard to kind of see somebody, if it's this grainy, walk away. It does look like, yeah, there's something, a spirit kind of actually appearing and then disappearing, but that's not what I really see here. I see like a kid using the bathroom. I'm assuming that's a bathroom, and I think he might have even said it was a bathroom, and then walks down the hallway to go back to bed. So the dog might have heard that and was like, oh, hey, probably didn't even know the kid went to the bathroom, or just was taking an alert that someone was using the bathroom and then went back to bed. That's completely what I think, and this was not that long ago. Or is it 7/2/2025? I don't know. So is this like, this was several months back. This is about 5 months back.
Experienced anything paranormal, and they say they have no idea what this.
Well, you can see the grain and shit and the motion blur, the blurriness of the motion. There's just, yeah, I'd say it's someone using the bathroom and going back to the room.
Could be something at the door. Chase Beckstead and his wife Rachel are staying.
I just so enjoy sucking the fun out of these videos, but when they're too obvious, you just kind of want to acknowledge it. And again, it separates the shit that may not be paranormal with the shit that's kind of like, that's interesting. The first video was actually kind of freaky. Don't get me wrong. The fact that she could have been hit by this bus, that's sad. I hope she's okay.
Overnight in the house of Rachel's recently deceased grandfather. The elderly man had passed away in the house only 1 month earlier.
Okay.
So the couple is just settling in for the night when suddenly something happens that is downright creepy.
How you doing? You okay?
I don't know.
You a little freaked out?
A little bit.
Okay, I'm already a little bit hesitant because the way she's acting is how someone who's not used to the camera would act when getting on camera and trying to put on a performance. The grin when she's supposed to be really scared. I know some people say they use laughter and they use all this stuff to kind of, they use it as a nervous mechanism, a stress mechanism, to where it's like that's how they fight back against their nervousness and their fear. I get it, but this is exactly how I feel like someone awkward who's never used to being on camera would act on camera if they're trying to put on a performance. Exactly how they would act.
So, we were just going to bed and we're not... Let me just show you. Like, we've literally had to put the bag up against the door because we're not sure.
And the fact that you did not go out and show around the corner already tells me this is fake. I was already waiting for that. And maybe you're scared. Maybe you're going to use that excuse. I was too nervous to walk out into the hallway. You seem like you're doing okay, though. You guys live in the house. You know, you got to... If this place is really haunted, you know, you got to go for it, right? There's somebody around the corner. Or an animal. Let's just wait and see what he does. He might show the rest of it. Let's... Okay, so a breeze cannot open the door. Gotcha. Someone's actually, like, pushing on the door, like, slightly.
And, like, we're literally just...
Even though
and they don't open it again. It seems like what they were doing was giving that person who's on the other side of the door an opportunity to move out of the way. So when they would have a conversation and they would talk to each other, or he would talk to the camera, that would be the cue for the person to step away from the door, right? That's my assumption.
there's no draft or air current in the house, the bedroom door begins to randomly move as if it's being quickly pulled back and forth by some unseen force.
You're exactly right. Unseen force. It's probably another person.
Understandably, Chase and Rachel are pretty shaken up by the strange, unexplained phenomena. They decide to just pack up their stuff and leave the house. But this is when things get even creepier.
Oh!
Okay, so we're leaving. We got all of our stuff packed. Oh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, we're out here. Rachel's already in the car.
Is she?
I'm leaving. Like, I don't know what's going on.
Sounds like this time it's a little bit harder, too. Like someone else is doing it.
As Chase...
You know? Like someone else is behind the door now. He says Rachel's in the car. I have not seen the full clip, so maybe he does show her that she's in the car. You'll have to leave your comments in the comments section, because I have not seen the full clip. I can only go by what Nuke shows me. But if that's the case, then there is definitely a third person involved, because they never seem to open the door like right there and then. They have to wait to open the door. I've just noticed that.
Is gathering their luggage, the bedroom door slams shut right behind him. And again, it begins to move back and forth, this time even faster than before. Chase says that he still has no idea what could have caused the strange movement of the door. Some video commenters believe that this was the ghost of Rachel's recently deceased grandpa, but some think it might have been something more sinister that had taken up residence in the house. But what do you think?
Also, you got to ask yourself, why would the grandpa be just slightly moving the door like that? Why? No spirit would just do that, just to do it. It makes no sense. If you're a spirit wanting to get their attention, I feel like you would do something else, especially if you have the power to move a door like this. It literally makes no logical sense why that would be.
The Follower. It's around...
That's a creepy title.
5:30 in the morning, and two girls are on a hike through the mountains in the Philippines with a large group. The girls stop a little too long to take some pictures and accidentally get left behind by the group. The girls run to catch up with the other hikers as one of them films, but her camera captures something truly bizarre.
Naliligaw kami, guys! Naliligaw!
Okay, there is someone back there, I see.
Wala ni mga kasama namin. Wala ni mga kasama namin. Kailangan namin silang habulin kasi maliligaw kami. Gagi, malayo na sila. Wala na.
Did you see it? As the two girls run along the mountain trail, way back in the background, some strange shadow figure seems to be following them. But a little bit later, the mysterious dark figure has just disappeared.
Okay, let's go back and watch that clip again, because I have a theory about this one. A genuine theory.
Wala na. Kasama.
Bizarre.
Naliligaw kami, guys! Naliligaw. Wala ni mga kasama namin. Wala ni mga kasama namin. Kailangan namin silang habulin kasi maliligaw kami. Gagi, malayo na sila. Wala na.
Did you see it?
Okay, my first initial guess would be that there is a third person with them, and potentially at the last little bit, the person is actually right directly behind the other person. Kind of the same thing has to go with this. I don't know the full clip. I just don't. So I don't know whether or not there is actually a third person in here, and maybe he's just saying there's only two. I can't really tell you. But for me, it's either there is a third person and he's not acknowledging that there's a third person and he would rather make a creepy video out of it. I don't know. Or the other suggestion would be that there is a third person, and at one point when she turns the camera in front of them, the person decides to walk off the side to make it look like there's another person following them for a creepy video. That would be my first, guess here. I don't know if it would be, digitally added in. It doesn't seem like that would be the case. There actually does seem like to be someone back there. Possibility is that there may be actually a shadow figure back there. Now, I'm already leaning more towards the idea that it's probably somebody else, and maybe that we're just not getting acknowledgement of that, potentially. I have not seen the full clip, so if you guys, again, if you see any of these, actual full clips, leave them in the links, and maybe I'll do a deep dive for, Patreon and members, and I can actually look at the full clip and then see if I can debunk it even more. But for right now, I'm just going to assume that is another person definitely back there. Because I noticed the person was all in black, so they said it was a shadow person. But I'm looking at this clip, and it looks like
Girls are on a hike through the mountains.
It looks like we got some people potentially dressed in black. So, yeah.
In the Philippines with a large group. The girls stop a little too long to take some pictures and accidentally... Did you see it? As the two girls run along the mountain trail, way back in the background, some strange shadow.
And if you look, there is something more bright on the person's head. So like they're wearing black, like all dark clothes. And it looks like if you look closely,
Seems to be
potentially there is something on their head.
Following them. But a little bit later,
I'm leaning into the idea that it is potentially this person right here with the dark clothes and the white on their head.
Philippines with a large group.
Yeah, maybe this person right here is behind them. Just dark clothes. They're off in a distance.
On the mountain trail.
It's hard to make out the color of the clothes because they're so far away. I'm leaning more towards it's one of their friends.
Seems to be woods. Or just what is this? You decide. A short stay. A guy named Brendan has a YouTube channel where he camps in his van in some strange and sometimes very dangerous locations across the UK. In this video, Brendan decided to camp overnight in the coastal village of Jaywick in Essex, England. Now, amongst other things, Jaywick is known as one of Britain's poorest towns and has a very high crime rate. In other words, it's not...
This could get scary. Videos like this are actually genuinely terrifying because it involves potentially other people.
Really the best place to be camping overnight in a van. But that doesn't stop Brendan.
A little town in England called Jaywick, coined as one of the most deprived towns in the UK. And I thought, as soon as I'm in the area, I just had to go and see it.
Brendan searches around and eventually finds a place to set up camp that is just outside of town and kind of in the middle of nowhere.
This'll do me. I'm alone, but I mean, there's no other houses around me, so it's not as if I'm alone in a housing estate.
Brendan sets up his bed
Oh, I thought he just got out of the car to go check it out. I'm like, that's a stupid idea. You lock your doors.
in the van and lies down for a night's sleep. But around 2:30 in the morning, things take a terrifying turn.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Someone's flashing something in the window. Fuck my life.
Hey!
Oh my fuck. My heart just went into my throat. They busted the window.
Right, whoever the that was has now gone. I'm gonna get out of here. Oh my god. Oh, fuck's sake.
Oh my god, if that happened to me, man, this is why I would never ever do something like this unless I had a concealed carry. Because the second I saw them flashing the lights in my window, I've been like, you got like about 10 seconds to walk the other way or I'm going to pull the gun out and start shooting. Oh my god, fuck that, dude. That is by far scariest video of this video. Holy shit, that would have the second they smashed the window, I would have been pissing myself. Oh.
That's my phone.
Oh my god.
Someone with a flashlight skulks around outside Brendan's van, trying the door handles, before smashing the window to get inside.
Hey!
Luckily, Brendan yells and sends the intruder running. He then hops in the driver's seat and just gets out of there.
If I would have assumed that if the curtains are closed in the van, someone's probably in there. Like a decently looking nice van, out in the middle of nowhere, doors are locked, curtains are closed, someone's probably in the van. I just assume so.
Brendan makes it out safe, but obviously is very shaken up by the whole ordeal. He decides to not only leave the town of Jaywick, but to drive all night, 3.5 hours, all the way back to his home.
I just, quite frankly, just wanted to go home. I was really, yeah. I wasn't in a good mind space. After cleaning a little bit of broken glass from my driver's seat and the dashboard, you'd be surprised how far glass goes when it smashes. I've been finding a little bit.
It sounded like he hit it decently hard too, like he fucking went at it. God, I would have scared the shit out of me.
It's everywhere. But the van was in no fit state to continue camping in, and nor was my headspace, should we say. So I made the long journey back home. I think it was a good 3.5 hour drive back to my house in Shrewsbury. Got there just before sunrise. Not a pleasant drive, to say the least.
Despite this frightening encounter, Brendan still goes camping in his van and posts his adventures over on his YouTube channel, Brendan It.
Seems like he gets a decent amount of views too. I'm glad he's okay, because that seriously could have ended badly. Especially if the crime rate is so high, you never know what that guy could have been on. He could have been on drugs, he could have had a gun, he could have had a knife. I mean, it could have ended badly.
Explores.
I'm assuming the only reason why the dude ran was because you don't know what the person has on the other side of the window. So if the guy had a gun and the intruder wasn't, like he was unaware of it, he would have probably left just because he didn't want to get shot or something like that, just in case. Or he was just too chicken shit and he just fucking booked it the second he heard someone's voice, which is good too. Like that, I would rather it end without any violence.
If you see something that you think would be perfect for the top 5, email me at nukestop5@gmail.com. You can also tag me on TikTok at nukestop5official, and be sure to tag me only at nukestop5official because there are a lot of fake accounts on there. Get out. A guy named Carter moved into a new fully furnished rental house. But not long after he moved in, he began to experience strange things and hear unexplained noises. Late one night while he's asleep in bed, he hears the creepy sound of what seems to be someone hitting keys on the piano in his living room.
Who's there?
Carter decides to lay on his living room couch to try to figure out just what is going on with the piano. As you might imagine, it did not go well.
Dude, what the f?
The piano plays again and a chair moves, and Carter decides that he's had about enough. He decides to leave the house.
Anytime I feel like I see any sort of furniture move in one direction, or just move in general, I'm already hesitant. I'm not saying it can't happen, but when it happens on video and it feels like the perfect setup for a scene, I get a little bit hesitant. Like, I would love if this actually did happen. That's always one of the big things I look for. That or orbs. I almost immediately start to question immediately.
To stay with a friend, but as he is leaving, he manages to capture this video.
Let's see it.
As Carter heads for his car, he sees his TV flickering and his lights randomly turning on and off inside his house.
Yeah, it feels just like a setup. Of course, he's on the outside of the house when all this stuff is going on, where all the activity starts getting nuts, right? Like, everything starts going crazy. And for all we know, the TV with that screen could genuinely be just a YouTube video on play, where it looks like your screen is glitching out. It's too tough to tell. If I had to guess, I'd say it's fake, just because everything starts freaking out the second he leaves the house. Everything, he's like on the outside. It feels like a setup.
Now, usually when people watch these videos, they say, well, if the place is so haunted, then why wouldn't he just move out? Well,
I mean, moving out of a house isn't as easy, to be fair, isn't as easy as people may think. You have to sell the house, get the money from the house to go buy your new house. And, I mean, the process of even selling a house can take a while. So it's not just that simple.
It's exactly what he did. Carter moved right out of that house. And the end of this haunted story, I guess. Hiding under the cover.
The end.
A video poster who calls himself Celtic Dabs works the reception desk at a creepy old hotel in Arizona.
All right.
One day, his coworker shows him something very strange that keeps happening in one of the rooms.
What the? Nah.
Pull the covers up.
Yeah, Cause let me hit it now. And then
Yeah.
Shut up.
Bro.
Something seems to be moving around in a strange erratic pattern under the bed sheet. But when Celtic's coworker slaps the sheet, it just disappears. Celtic says that each time the sheet was tidied back up, the same weird phenomenon would happen.
Do you think it's potentially something within the mattress? I don't want to sound like if it's something in the mattress, that'd be fucked. Like a tear in the mattress and something crawled into it.
Again. So, just what do you think this could be?
I'm not saying that's exactly what it is, but it's still...
Also, if whatever is under the sheet isn't enough to scare you, well, just imagine staying in a hotel under the up, just under the bed. Something.
Cause let me hit it now. And then
Yeah.
Cause let me hit it now. And then
Yeah.
Cause let me hit it now. And then
Yeah.
I'm trying to look for like any cuts, maybe potentially, like where they just...
Cause let me hit it now. And then
Yeah.
Shut up.
Bro.
Something seems to be moving around in a strange erratic pattern under the bed sheet. But when Celtic's coworker slaps the sheet, it just disappears. Would happen. Also, if whatever is under the sheet isn't enough to scare you, well, just imagine staying in a hotel that
I want to know more about what the fuck this stain is.
put sheets like this on the bed. Honestly, the thought of sleeping in those sheets scares me more than whatever is moving around under there. So either way, this video is truly disturbing.
Kind of seems like there could potentially be something in the mattress if, like, it wasn't in the sheets. I kind of wish they lifted up the sheets so we could see if maybe something was moving in the actual mattress. It's hard to tell. Still weird. Still weird for sure.
Night call. Late one night in Pueblo, Colorado, an emergency call comes into the 911 dispatch center.
Maybe if anybody has more information about what that could have been, or maybe even details about like the editing process that could have been used to actually make that thing disappear when the smack came down. I didn't see no cuts, but maybe that's just my eyes. Maybe there is a cut there and I'm just not seeing it, but let me know.
But whoever made the call hangs up almost immediately. The 911 operators trace the call and find that it came from Imperial Memorial Gardens. Well, the weird thing is, Imperial Memorial Gardens is a funeral home, surrounded by an 80-year-old cemetery. And it's 3:30 in the morning, so no one should be there. Now, as standard procedure, the 911 emergency operators call the funeral home back to make sure everything is okay. And someone answers the phone. This is what the 911 operators hear.
911, this is Erica. How can I help you? Hello? Hello? Hello?
There's a lot of static and a quiet male voice seems to say something a few times, but then the call just goes silent. Again, as part of standard procedure, the emergency operators send the police to check out the old funeral home. But when the officers arrive, they find the funeral home locked up and all the lights are off. No one's there. Now, I tried to clean up the call audio as much as possible, but there's just not much there.
Hello?
Doesn't even sound like it says help him. I really don't even...
Hello?
So, just who made this call? And what do you think they might be saying?
It's hard to tell. Almost sounded like someone put a spirit box right up to the phone. Hard to tell. Hard to tell. Fuck. I don't really know. I really don't know an explanation for that. My first guess would be a prank call. A prank call. Someone was at the location, got in, used the phone, called the police, and then just hung up and then left. That could be, one of the more logical explanations for that if it, really was an actual police call. I mean, I'm actually curious to see more about that story. I'd love to hear more about that one and see how much of it actually is true, and did the police actually go down there and show up, and none of that was actually added on afterwards. I would love to know more about that story, because I don't think it'd be that difficult to, fake a police call like that. So, and then post it for a video or anything along those lines. So I'm just curious to know. Like, I would actually like to know more about that story. I'm not saying it's fake. I'm not saying it's real, but I would like to know more about that story.
Lurking in the dark. A man in South Wales walks out to his car very early one Wednesday morning to head off to work. It's just before 5 a.m. and the rest of the neighborhood is still asleep. No one else is around, and the man doesn't notice anything unusual. But later that night, as the man checks through his security camera feed, he sees something that sends a shiver down his spine.
Ooh. Oh, great. Is it because he's headless? Looks like he's headless. Oh! Well, he does look headless from over here.
As the man approaches his car, some lumbering form seems to appear out of nowhere, quickly hurrying away. And then, whatever this is, simply disappears into thin air. Now
the way the thing was walking did creep me out. I can't lie about that. The way that it was running kind of reminded me of like Quasimodo.
Figure moves at a very odd angle and speed for this to be a lens flare. And considering that the rest of the video is in sharp focus, it seems very unlikely that this is some kind of compression error or problem with the camera. So, just who or what is this?
I would not consider it an impossibility, though, that it's not an edit.
Scurry videos.
Scurry videos.
So I like to end these videos with the stuff that kind of starts off scary and then just gets weird and kind of goofy. Speaking of which, TikToker Dre in Dallas experiences something spooky in his home, but instead of chasing it down to record with his phone, he goes the complete other way.
Come on, where you hide her stuff at?
Mom, where's my Gucci? Oh, is a ghost in her?
No, I'm not. Come on, Janae. Come on, Janae. Janae, come on. Janae, come on, free. Come on. Janae, come on. It's a ghost in this mother.
Next up.
So it was probably just a shit falling over and fucking bolted.
Now this video from Matt Sowards was shot on a country road in the middle of nowhere with no other cars around anywhere. Do not ever do this prank to someone who is driving.
Yeah.
So, in case you missed it, the guy in the backseat hangs a life-size cardboard cutout of a zombie out of his window and dangles it in front.
I swear to God, that looks like the thing from Evil Dead 2. Yeah, that's pretty stupid to do to someone who's driving.
Driver's window, and the driver slams on the brakes and freaks right out. Now, lately on this channel, I've shown many kids scaring their parents for their own amusement. But you see, this segment is very different, because TikToker Katie Funny Guy makes videos where he scares the shit out of his wife and kids.
Oh, I've seen this guy's TikToks before.
Never say nothing. Never say never. Hello. Right here, I'm right here. Bye, Jay. Bro, what you doing, man? What are you doing? That's too damn loud, bro.
But now, recently, Katie Funny Guy had an experience where something maybe gave him a little taste of his own medicine.
Oh, on the couch? No?
I was creeping. I'm talking about, yo, I was shook. What would you would have done? Hell, y'all gonna peek around the corner. For real, for real. The f***? Look, I was scared too. I just ain't show it.
So, I think the lesson here is, if you keep scaring your family yourself, then the ghost in your house might take that personally.
What even
anyway,
fell?
Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you back here next time.
All right, well, I'd say the best one was definitely the guy getting his car broke into. That one is genuinely scary. A lot of them are obviously flawed. A lot of them are obviously questionable. A lot of them are obviously too damn easy to debunk. But again, that one where the guy got his car broke into, I think would have scared anybody. Genuinely, it would have freaked anybody out. I mean, the build up too, like he's looking at to his window, he got smashed windows. I didn't expect him to smash his window in. That really actually got me. So that's the best one. I'd say the worst one would definitely be the door, kind of gently moving, and then the guy waiting, and then opens the door, and then shuts it again, and then starts it back up after a few seconds. That one easily was the most flawed, I feel like, and easily the most set up. So I would say that was the worst one for me, at least personally. But I'm going to do more of these guys. If you guys want to see more of these Nukes Top 5, where I just kind of watch them, see if there's any creepy things in there, and even debunk some, let me know in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Go support the original video, of course, because this would not be happening if it was not for Nukes. I may not, think all of the videos that he puts in his videos are real, but that does not mean I obviously don't want you guys to show support for the videos I'm reacting to. So definitely go make sure you go support that. Definitely make sure you go support that. And until next time, do take care.
Throwing down.